Okay, I am here from my living room, which I know is quite dark, but tree. I promise that tree has purple lights, but for some reason it looks blue, but it's purple in person. And it's kind of dark here, but I am super uncomfortable and tired, and I do not want to be sitting on that table. So, and I'm sorry for this appearance. Um, I am going to read the court papers. I know nobody does it. Like no, like I can see a lot of people. I saw on Instagram just like talking out of the, just if I'm going to say something about Jamie Bell and Evan and the custody battle, I'm going to read the court papers because I know the difference between a regular notice and ex parte. Ex parte is what Jamie Bell filed, and an ex parte is only filed when there's a risk for kidnapping. Like, I never had to file that. When I want to see my kids, or when their dad want to see the kids, we never had to file that. You file that type of it's called ex parte because you just want the court to take it away as soon as possible. You only file that in the if there's an imminent danger of like something is going on with the kid. In this case, the mother. Oh, that's loudness is the heater because I am fucking cold. Because I am a wimp and it's raining. Like it rains twice a year here, and when it does, it does, and I'm cold. But eventually it will turn off. I know I can change the move to the table, and I know I'm gonna look green, but I really don't care. I want to sit here. I'm like, I really don't care. So, not only I talked to when I did the live, it's like 2 nights ago, kind of like on the surface of what's going on and how Evan is using poor little Jack. Her son is 8 years old. It's not even a teenager. Yeah, he cannot even comprehend, and I hope he doesn't. This type of shit that his mother's doing. Like, for him, it's just he doesn't know who these people are, and I hope he doesn't get to look at the gossip and even YouTube and find out what his mom is accusing people to do to her. That would be very disturbing. So I really feel bad for the kid. I feel bad for Jamie Bell, but mostly for the kid. If Jamie Bell let it go, let this go until now, until this point, there's always something to say about him not very proactive as a parent. But then again, people lie to you, and she is an actress, and probably she was lying to Jamie for about 3 years, saying everything was cool, everything was okay, and in the meantime, she was like cooking all this up with Esme Bianco and the Phoenix Act and all that, and maybe I think when he probably watched that, we all did. I wonder what he thought when he watched that on TV. And watch Evan Richard Wood saying, "Oh, I never I was good. I was brainwashed, and I was this, and I was groomed." I wonder what Jamie thought, and if probably to him it was a complete surprise, unless Evan talked to him about different type of RAPE from somebody else, and not Manson. Because otherwise, I would think if Jamie Bell really believes that Manson did this to Evan and to all these women, he would not feel safe having the kid there. He probably will take the kid away a long time ago. So maybe he knows that it's bullshit. Or maybe he's like 50-50 on it. Like a lot of people are. So it's going to be kind of tedious, and I hope that you can see me correctly, and I might just go make my tea. And yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause for like a second, and I'm going to get my tea, and I'm going to come back. Okay, I think I found a better angle on my face, but I don't know. I thought the tree was going to just bring some type of light, but it's not. I know I can get the light from my son's room, Morgan has two lamps that he used for reading and for building his Legos, but I do not want to do that. I don't want to touch his stuff because I don't like doing that. He doesn't like that either, so I'm just gonna respect that. But I need a light. So let's read from the beginning. I'm just gonna read through this truthfully, not just gossipy, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. And I don't blame. I mean, not everybody is a nerd. Not everybody has the time to do this or wants to do this. Just like a couple of people on YouTube are doing. Colonel Kurtz is doing a really great job. If it wasn't for her in the interview that she did with Manson, I don't know what. I don't know. Like, I think it's great that she did that. Mostly, I don't really care about the stories of Manson and Evan doing cocaine and all that. But when he talked about her having I don't want to say the word, but an abortion. We don't have proof of that. But why he would lie? Why Manson would lie about it? Why would he do that? So there's a couple pictures of Manson and Evan saying, "Bite me, give me a bite, leave a mark," and then I do it to him, but you do it to me, and that's really weird. If anybody is a drug addict and a bit of a freak, it's her. And I'm not kink shaming right now. But the whole biting thing, and then this is one thing she accused Manson of doing. Did you guys catch that? She accused him of biting, cutting, biting, wanted to drink her blood. And then she's here with Manson and other people in a party in Las Vegas asking people to bite her. I didn't catch that in the beginning the first time I watched it, but then I started thinking, wow, everything that, this is how people with narcissism and other personality disorders, this is the only way that we can understand this woman, is if we think completely opposite. It's like a cross and a cross upside down. Opposite. This is the only way that we can understand her. I still don't get it. I can't help but feel a little bit bad because she's mentally ill, but she's doing what she's doing to her son. Then I lost the little sympathy I have for her. That's it. She lost me a long time ago, but now she's involving her son and kidnapping him and taking him to Tennessee, of all places. It's not like she's in San Diego and San Francisco. She is in a different state. So now that she's doing that, really, she's gonna look bad on the media, period, because before she was being believed and all that, but nobody likes a kidnapper. Nobody does. And even people that think Manson is guilty, they're gonna be like, okay, like, why is she taking the kid away from her dad? It doesn't matter if your ex was a piece of shit. A lot of the times they are. It doesn't matter if you don't like him as a parent, the parenting he's doing. It is the kid's father. I don't like my ex better than the next person, okay? But I will never do this. That's what I never had to file anything. There was never the danger of him taking him or me taking them, or like, the fuck. There's a lot of things that you don't like about the way that older people parent, but man, just straight up, she kidnapped the kid. And they have 50% custody legal and 50% physical. I think I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna turn that shit off because it's super loud. And I'll be right back. So, like I was saying, I finally is off. I know that's really loud. When you have central heat and central air, you will think it's more posh in a way, but it isn't, because it's super loud. And I'm cold because I'm a wimp again. West Coast wimp. So, okay, I'm just have to do the Daily Mail. I just hate these people. Usually just hate them. They were on against Johnny for a while, but they usually are the few websites, they have court documents, and I like to read them because it's really easy to go for what the writers or whoever the fuck does this thing and what they want to say to you, the disgraced musician and the disgusting whatever. But when you read a court document, and judges don't mess around, judges don't sit around and insult people. That's not what they do, and a good lawyer would not do that either. So that's what I like. I like to read documents, even if it takes forever and it's really tedious, because that's the nugget of everything. It's not what we see on the magazines. It's not Rolling Stone. It's not YouTube channels, not ours, but against Manson. You know. All right, let's go from the beginning. Daily Mail. I'm going to go in general first of what she said, the nonsense that she said. Oh my God, there's so many pictures of them together. It's so annoying. Oh God, she's talking about having bulletproof glass windows. I really can't imagine little bohemian, Evan with I mean, like, it doesn't. I don't see the picture of this. There's nothing wrong with having security. There's nothing wrong with having bulletproof glass. But who is she to have that? And she's not Angelina Jolie. She's not, Obama. She's not Trump. She's not Lady Gaga. Who the fuck cares? Like, nobody's gonna go to her house. And she's saying she has dogs and glass, which is bulletproof. Okay. Like any of us, because she also talks shit about us. Any of us are just gonna go with a gun and just shoot her or something. Like, we are that stupid. We are doing what we can do, and we're doing it the good way. We're not a bunch of savages like she thinks that we are, because she does mention people like me, you, and whatnot, that we're a bunch of Satanists, pedophiles, Nazis. Yeah. She says she said he's fans, but I consider myself a fan for a long time, so I have to just take the blame. Thank you, Evan. I am a Satanist, pedophile, Nazi. I'm probably gonna get cut just for saying that N word, not the other words, but the N word, Nazi. Evan claims Marilyn Manson threatened to F her 8-year-old son, Jack, and destroy the families of his other alleged victims, because he's saying that he has everybody's social security numbers and everybody's phone numbers and everybody's address, which is weird. That's not possible to have everybody's. Court documents unheard by Daily Mail claims Marilyn Manson threat to F ex-girlfriend Evan, 8-year-old son Jack Wood made the allegations in a declaration filed in April 2021. She's been cooking this up for months. The actress, 34 years old, claimed the threat forced her to ramp up security at her LA house and move to Nashville. Then Evan is saying, quote, unquote, quote, "I'm extremely afraid of the offender," referring to Manson. "I have suffered severe traumatic physical and emotional injury at his hands." Manson is currently under investigation. We're not going to just go to the thing, to what they want us to believe, because we already know. She also claimed one of Manson's other victims recorded the rocker saying, "I have pictures of the children as well as I have their social security numbers." So there is a recording of him saying that we gotta, we gotta listen to it. Or I hope, if there is, maybe it's a joke. He said in the past before that he wanted to bash her head with a sledgehammer. I don't think he would joke about children, but maybe he was joking about the women. However, we're not seeing the document. We're not, like with Johnny and Amber. It's a good case because, it sucks that that's happening to him, but we can listen to it. We can just take sides. We can analyze. This crap is she said, he said, she said, she saw, I saw, and there is nothing yet besides one picture of Esme Bianco's back that was whipped. That's it. So it's hard. I wish there was something that I can go with, like that I can just like put my hands on and be like, oh shit, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Evan, but she's not. So she said there is this recording of him saying, I got everybody's names and everybody's addresses. Okay. Alright. She says to claim the woman. So, okay. So Jamie filed a motion in response to saying what a story defeats credibility. Her story is not credible either. This is Jamie Bell saying. Either Evan claims that she's receiving death threats are true and Jack is not safe in her care, or they're not true and she's withholding and kidnapping my son. Quote, end quote. So pretty much Jamie's saying, hey, if this is happening to her, then my son is not safe with her regardless. So, and if it's not happening to her, my son is not safe with her because she kidnapped him. So one way or the other, Jack is not safe because this woman is mentally unstable. And I would love for a social worker to get her hands on her and do like a psychiatric evaluation and stuff. It would be great. But it's not really good in California, but maybe in Nashville they have better social workers than we have here. I don't know. So Jamie is really smart. He's saying, look, either way, this is fucked up. Either she put my son through danger, so she cannot take care of him, or she's taking him to Nashville, so that means she cannot take care of him because that's kidnapping. So one way or the other, that's a very smart declaration right there. Either way, she's committing. It's not a crime, but she's, besides the legal aspect of it, she is doing something that her son is not going to forget. Children cannot be just jump around like boxes. Like we say, oh, I'm gonna move out of state. They were like, just an adult. We're excited we moved, like, cool, adventure. You'd have to change schools, you change friends. Even with COVID, maybe there was no school, I don't know. But there's a support system the child has, especially a child of an actor, my gosh, that now all that moved to Nashville like nothing happened. So this kid is going to be traumatized and he's not going to understand why this is happening, because I think maybe he was 16, maybe she could explain to him what's up. But at 8 years old, I don't think he understands who's Manson, what Manson did or didn't do, and why mommy is on Instagram flipping people off. I hope he doesn't have access to any of this. It was really, really sad if he does. The son. So, Jimmy Bell, smart guy. Either way, Evan is not fit. Period. Sorry, I'm just reading. I don't want to pause the videos. I'm just reading on over and over this stuff. She said that she took his threat seriously then and now. So what? He made a threat again. So where's the record? He talked to you again now? It's just a lot of things that she says. She needs to get a better lawyer or PR person, or just shut the hell up, because she's saying things that make no sense. So she says that she's looking into attack dogs and security guards 24/7. She's looking into it. Just get it. See what I mean? I'm looking into attack dogs and security guards 24/7. Why she needs to say that? You either have that or you don't. And of course she has the money for that. Everybody here, not everybody, a lot of people have money. Or you don't have to have money to have a dog, or a camera, not a security human, but a camera that will just film everything that is going on in your front yard, backyard. She's not like some type of diva because she has that. And if she has it, why she has to make it public on this, saying it to people? I'm looking into, so you're looking into, so you don't have it. So if you were so scared, you had it already. You will say, the quote would be like, I have this and I have that. I am nobody to criticize how people speak. I'm weird, I know. But she should know, out of all people, that she needs to, when she says something, it's going to be printed, it's going to be talked about, we can talk about it. I'm looking into, she didn't say, I have dogs and security 24/7. I already got security. No, she said, I'm looking into. So she is full of it. She wants us to believe that it's worse than it is. And this is, she's been doing this for 10 months, pretty much, 9 months. So, okay, now we go with the custody battle with Jamie. Okay. I don't think that Emmerich Wood wants Jamie Bell in Jack's life. I just don't think so. And I'm not saying this because I don't like her or whatnot, but she's been posting a lot of stuff on Instagram about how it's so hard to be a single mother and your ex is not supporting you and you're parenting and the other person is not parenting. She's been throwing low blows at Jamie Bell for a long time. At least for like 6 months or so on her Instagram story, which she thinks it just disappeared in the ether, but we all screenshot it and save it. So whatever, she would just make anything up. She doesn't like Jamie. She doesn't want to share her son. This is the same thing with Angelina Jolie. Now one rapid to see her kids. These women are. This is sickness. I'm a mom, and right now my kids are with dad, and they spend Christmas with me. They spend New Year's Eve with dad. That's normal. We're not sick people. So it's sick to think because you have a son or a daughter, it belongs to you and you can do whatever you want with it and destroy their life. It's sick. Right? She's sick in many ways. So now we're talking about a pathological liar. I don't want to say the diagnosis that everybody says out there, but it starts with a B. Whatever diagnosis is and whatever's going on with her mental health, not only that, but now she's a criminal. Period. Not only perjury and defamation, but now taking the kid away from to another state. She admits that she did it. She's not even smart enough to say that it was a vacation, that she went there to shoot a movie. No. She's saying that she's taking the kid because of Manson. So she's putting herself in the mud even more. Like, if you have a brain, I don't know, you will deny it. I mean, you're an actress. Act. Lie. No, she just right up said that she's doing it for Manson because she thinks she's going to gain sympathy for all of us. I have no sympathy for a person, a woman or a man, the just cut their child in half. I have no sympathy. So the little because like I feel bad for her, whatever that I had like a few months ago, I don't have it anymore, and I'm nobody. But a lot of people think the same way, so we all together are somebody, okay? And I think even little Mary next door that probably hates Manson, if they see this, they're gonna be like, oh, all right, this Manson guy's a pig, whatever, but look what she's doing. She's taking the kid away. This really cannot go without some type of punishment. And people don't go to prison for stuff like this, but this will cost her custody in the future, like visits or whatever. She might not be fit because of her mental health, period. She might have to have visits with Jack, supervised visits with Jack. Jack might have to move to her dad's. This whole thing is just like so messed up. 8 years old, he's gonna have to go through teenage years with all this bullshit in his head. I feel really bad for the kid. I don't even know the kid. I don't even know his face. And you don't have to know a child just to have empathy for them. I have no empathy for anybody else, including Manson. I think Manson did a lot of stupid shit. So I feel horrible about him being canceled, him not being able to tore the record, which is a great record. I feel really bad about that, but at the same time, I'm not gonna just cry about it. The kid, minors are completely innocent. Manson put himself in situations with these women. You know, uh, just like Johnny with Amber. This kid never asked to have that type of mother. That's what I think. It's making me upset just thinking about it. Oh gosh, I want to be proved wrong. I want Colonel Kurtz and everybody on YouTube proving wrong, but we're not going to be proven wrong because we're not wrong. And this is like not some type of fanatic thing that, okay, we got into the thing. I've been looking into this for 9 months now, and I read every court document from Esme, from Chloe Black, from Ashley Morgan, from Ashley Walters. I read 4 things in my videos over and over and over, and I'm telling you, it's not going anywhere. And I'm not being negative, but see, like the thing with Johnny is being on since like 2017, and we're in 2021, and it's still going. I don't think the Manson thing is gonna go right away like this, but I think it's in a really good path right now because Evan looks like shit, and even the other women, they cannot be behind that. They cannot get behind this. If you have a soul, a heart, a conscience, whatever, even if none of them had children, none of them do, just Evan, but whatever. If you have some type of just empathy for the human race, you're not going to be behind a woman that does this. We're talking about it. We're talking about it not because we like Manson. We're talking about it because I don't like her, and I don't like her as a mother. And I don't care if I don't have to be 100% right. Who the fuck I am? But I can think, and I can, just for what I know and the type of work that I do, that what she's doing is criminal, and it's gonna bite her on the ass in the future with her future custody agreements. Just watch. I mean it. I won't be sitting here saying something about a child that I'm not 99% sure this is gonna happen to her. She's not that powerful. She's not the Queen of England. She's not gonna buy social workers. She's not gonna buy judges. She is gonna get in trouble. And Manson can be a lot of things, but he doesn't have children. So whatever he does, and it's him just to pay for the consequences. She is fucking somebody else up. They has no way to defend himself. So maybe this video was just about Jack. And the next video is going to be about... No, the next video I'm just going to read the court papers. I'm so sorry. It's open. It's in here on the computer, but it's just difficult because I don't have a lot of light. And I'm super stubborn, and I want to sit right here. Maybe I should go to the table. Fuck the table. I am so exhausted. I've been awake for like a day and a half. And this is my couch. Look at my gnomes. You want to see my gnomes? Wait. Look at that. How cute they are. I know they look creepy, but they're so cute. So anyways, I got 2 of these. And it's so comfortable. I don't want to go on the table. I've been on my feet. Graveyard. Literally, I work at the graveyard. So, as much as I like it, it gets the night, just the vampire hours are hard. I still like it more than working during the day. Fuck no. So this is more of the same that I was talking about, and that everybody's talking about. Some people are talking about on YouTube. But next video, I'm going to do something that nobody else is doing. Nobody else is doing yet. I stand by Manson, and stand by your Manson. Those people on Instagram, they're great. And they do a lot of like documents and stuff, and they're very good at just making a collage of things and just big. I mean, like, they're so good in picking these women like apart, and they're good. They're really good. But nobody has time to put all this on an Instagram post. But I do. I really don't. I don't have the time. I don't have much time. But right now, this weekend, I have the time. I would never be talking about something like this if I wasn't alone in the apartment. So that said, right? Um, so more things. This is not in the court. This is not. This is just her talking to the press. It's the first time that she actually does what she's supposed to be doing. Which she has to be, from the beginning, she should just talk to the press, not post it on Twitter or on Instagram. Now she's finally doing it. She's learning, I guess. She said, I only recently learned that Manson was involved in human and the sexual exploitation of minors on a large scale. So he's like this gangster that has a ring of traffic. Anyway, these new developments combined with the pending criminal investigation lead me to be very concerned about our child's safety when we are in Los Angeles. Bell claimed Wood had moved from LA to Nashville to keep the boy from him. That's it. Simple. Jamie Bell is like keeping it simple. But Evan says she wanted to leave California because of her fear of Manson and because she liked the slower pace of the life that she can have in Tennessee. Okay, which one is it, girl? Like the slower pace? You can literally go to suburbia. Okay, you can go like 2 hours away from LA. Beautiful. You can go to Lake Tahoe. You can go like to Yosemite. You can go up north in California. You got the slow life. Okay, and everything that you want. You don't have to go to Tennessee. So another point of her BS. I'm extremely afraid of the offender. Would say, I have suffered severe traumatic. Well, I rated that. In my experience, he will retaliate against me and has always made clear that he will ruin my life if I talk about him. Okay, more of the same crap. She said one man and other alleged victims recording him saying, though I already said this, he said, I have pictures and everybody and addresses of everybody. So there's supposed to be a recording of him saying that. And until I hear that, like I said, just like Johnny and Amber, at least that case, we can kind of make our own, we can pick sides just based on just logic. Listen to Amber, listen to Johnny fighting. These things are just up in the sky. Manson said, quote unquote, I got everything from them. They are fucked and they're going to be freaking destroyed. He said to have told it different women. He said this to many women. Why he would be saying it to everybody? Like if the whole thing is about Jack, so he's just out there saying this to everybody else. Like, she makes no sense. First she said that he was saying this to her, and now she's saying, in the same article, she's saying that he told everybody else about it. The other women don't have children. None of them have children besides Evan. So what he was saying, about I'm just gonna mess up with your children. The other women don't have children. So either he said it just to Evan, or he didn't say it at all, which is what I believe. But she is just doing this and she's biting her own tail. I think she made a mistake when she worded, I'm looking into getting dogs and security. She should have said, I have dogs and security 24/7. But she just loses credibility. Like she's not credible when she says, I'm looking into and I'm moving to Nashville because I like the slower pace. It's just stuff that I don't know what type of disorder she has. I kind of know, I don't want to say it, but pathological lying constantly to the point that I don't know if she actually believes this. This has always been the thing with her. And that everybody on YouTube and on Instagram were just wondering, does she believes her own BS? Because you can tell Ashley Morgan doesn't believe her own BS. Esme Bianco, I don't think she does. This one is dangerous, like big time. He allegedly said he knew where all the people who had created problems lived. I know where they live. Like this song, We Know Where You Fucking Live, the Marilyn Manson song. So she's just using that. I know where they fucking live. and I know where the kids live. I know where the kids go to school, where they work, and I know their parents. Again, none of these women have children, only Evan. So, Evan said that she had been deluded with death threats since making her allegations against Manson in February. The wife, Lindsay, Evan is saying this. Lindsay didn't do anything, but Evan is saying that Lindsay said, "You take Manson from me, and I will take your life." Okay, we know where you fucking live, just like the song, and I'm about to go crazy enough to come and kill you myself. This is supposed to be not Manson, but somebody who would, his wife. Because who else is going to say that? Nobody says shit, but I'm saying this is what Evan is saying. Okay, I'm saying what she's saying. I'm just reading it, quote unquote. I cannot stress enough that it's not just the offender as one person who's present at risk of our safety. It's his fanatics and his family. So his family is just Lindsay. His parents are dead. So what the fuck she's talking about? So Lindsay, his wife, and we are just a bunch of freaking, again, gangsters. The combination of the alleged offender's wife and his network of fanatics who, like him, are extreme Satanists, pedophiles, and Nazis. She got me right there, man. She got me figured out. I'm all those things. She justified calling Manson a Nazi by saying that he targeted Jewish women and used Nazi paraphernalia as weapons. My God, I already made a whole video about paraphernalia and how, like my grandpa, was from Sicily. He used to have a lot of things from World War II. And if I look at it, I'd be like, that looks German, but it wasn't. I can say that looks Nazi, but it wasn't. Some things are just, they're like from that era, but they don't have to be Nazi. And she's so ignorant that she probably doesn't know the difference between a Polish or a German knife and a Nazi knife, and then somebody who is from Spain, and somebody who's from Italy, somebody who is Portuguese. Evan has no idea. So maybe whatever she sees that's kind of vintage, she's gonna say that it's paraphernalia. And I know, I've seen both, and they're different. And worst come to worst, if he collects that, there's nothing wrong with it. It is not a crime. It isn't, okay? At least in America, it isn't. So, Jamie Bell filed court papers in a bid to regain. Okay, he filed an ex parte. It's a big deal that he filed that. To join custody of Jack after what he called Evan kidnap decision to move from Los Angeles to Tennessee. Kidnapping. Okay, this is Jamie saying it, besides me saying it. Evan's story defies and is not credible, Jamie Bell said in a motion to a court in LA. I frankly do not understand what's happening. Either Evan claims that she's receiving death threats, so Jack is not safe with her, or they're not true, and she's withholding our son from me. So also he's not safe with her. One or the other is great. She just looks like shit no matter what. Then I'm going to the Declaration of Evan Richard Wood, and I'm going to read in my next video because it is lengthy. Because, I talk a lot, but just because I have to just repeat this over and over because I don't want somebody to just watch like 5 minutes and not get to the gist of it. So pretty much that's it. Okay, 38 minutes. Ooh. Tree right there. I probably just moved to a table and my eyes are hurting me because I'm like all hunched with my back like this, but I'm going to read the court papers. It's just the same, but it's more in a, the verbiage is a little bit different. It's very more formal than me saying, dropping F-bombs here and there, but you get it. And I'm so glad the Colonel Kurtz did the interview with Manson. I'm so glad because you get to talk to the ex-girlfriends and whatnot, but the fact that she talked to him, and he was around in Las Vegas when they got engaged. He was around Evan, so I'm so proud and I'm so glad that she did that. And just fearless, just ruthless, fearless, and I'm so glad that Manson Manson actually did it, because a lot of people can be like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be against Me Too. I don't want to be against the political, the liberals. And he did it. He went and did the interview with her, and it's great. And for the people that are complaining about the audio, like, get a life. I mean, she's doing this for free for y'all people. Okay, so if you watch her video, you see in the comments, I always look at the comments, because sometimes they're really cool comments and they're really interesting, sometimes to BS. So like, a few people said, oh my god, like, fix the audio, we cannot hear anything. And it's just really, that shows what the trolls. We don't need people like that. If it's so important for you, you cannot get earbuds or a Bluetooth, then we don't need you. We really don't. So I am asking you, if you're watching me whenever, to have some patience and wait for my next video, because I'm going to read her stuff, which is more of the same, but it's going to be a little bit more bushy and formal, and it makes it sound even more BS. The more formal, the way when she talks like that is way worse than the way I say it. From her mouth, it's not even funny. But I like that Jamie Bell knows what's up. Either way, he's not safe with her. She's either lying, or this is actually happening to her, and she's receiving death threats. So the kid is not safe with her regardless. So I like that. I like the idea. I like him, his lawyer, probably putting that out there in court, because that speaks volumes. Like, the kid is not safe with her. Either she's lying, pathological lying, or she's putting the kid in danger. So I think she's gonna have to take. I think they're gonna take. I don't know. I don't know what they can do, because she's Hollywood. So it's not like if I do this, or if my ex does this, and we don't like each other, but it would never occur to me to just take time like that and just take the kids away. I mean, it doesn't. He doesn't do that. I don't do that. I never had to file an emergency, and we were deep into the mud in our own BS. But you just don't transfer to your children. You just don't do that, man. Okay, so I'm really mad about it. I'm really mad at people complaining about the audio and people's videos, or the light of the whatever. I think that we need to just get over the stupid shit like that, where somebody has a shirt on or a shirt off. It shouldn't matter that much to you. What is it to you? What is it to you? It was important as a content, and I don't care about people's faces or about people's shirts. I care about what they think. And everybody is throwing so much hate at Kurds and Celtic, and it's because they're just either jealous or envious, or they just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because if you are really into this case for the right reasons, you shouldn't care what somebody's wearing, or the audio is a little bit messy. You shouldn't care. Get yourself some earbuds and stop complaining, because you're not paying nobody. This is all free. And the other, this one is free, but when I was doing Esme and Chloe, I had to pay. I spent about $400 on that. Yes, it wasn't free. So when it comes to stuff like that, like, you gotta be careful when you comment on. I don't want to censor, but you gotta be careful. You have to have some common sense and not be so obtuse about it, okay? And complain about somebody taking the shirt off, or complain about somebody not having perfect audio. How can she? If you don't like it, just buy something for her. I mean, like, really, it makes me so mad, because I was watching the video and I was having so much fun watching the video, and with Manson, and then I started reading the comments. I don't know why I did that, but I read the comments, and, like, seriously, talking about audio, talking about the light or the painting behind the guy that was talking, or the shirt, or the background. It's just, that's why I don't give a fuck. I'm here with my Christmas tree and my gnomes, Because you know what? It doesn't matter. What is it to you? Get some earbuds, okay? Or just send some money and just buy shit for people, because all this is free. Anyway, 45 minutes and me yapping about, but you will like the next video. This is just very informal and me just exhausted. And that's all I can do for now. I mean, that's all I can put out for now. But I'm going to do the reading. I'm just going to wear something different. I'm going to just rest, and I'm going to read the court papers, which are going to be tedious and probably more infuriating, and it's going to make me more upset. So just inform yourselves. If you have children, before you say or do anything stupid like this, think about this. Don't be selfish. Don't be a selfish, douche. Women do this a lot. I know more women that do this than men that do this type of stuff. Men file ex partes in court all the time, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes they file it because the mom decide to move, with the boyfriend, and the ex is mad. Stuff like that. That's just that's petty and that's silly. But a lot of the times, these men have to file because women take their kids out of state. There's some women that take their kids to Mexico or to Canada, because it's really easy to go to Mexico or to Canada. So there's stuff like that, and that is human to the end more than the human to the end that they were saying the Manson is doing. It's not with the purpose of sex. It's not with the purpose of a business, but he's just kidnapping people around. Karma's gonna get it on the butt. And if you believe in God, you believe in anything, just pray for Jack. Send you good vibes. Because I really feel sorry for that kid and worry. I hope Jamie is a good dad, and I hope maybe the grandparents are cool people, because I know that my mom was awful, so I ended up living with my grandparents, and that saved my life. So maybe, a route like that. I cannot sit here and say she deserved to be taken, the kids would be taken away from her. I won't say that. I might think, but I'm not gonna say it. You gotta be careful. What are you asking for? And she is out of control. And she filed this in April. And the month that she did the Instagram thing, naming him and all that, around Valentine's Day in February. So she's been sitting on this, and we have actually not know about it. I wish we knew, for months and months and months. Totally planned. It's not like she got some type of thread and then she's like, oh shit, I gotta fucking leave LA and went to Tennessee. She's been planning this for years, but especially this move for at least 9 months. You don't just drop everything and move. Okay, even if you have all this money that she has, you have to just go through paperwork. You have to get an apartment or house or whatever and buy something, or even if you're gonna rent something. It's not that easy. It's not that fast. So that means that she's been cooking this up for months, and I wish we knew about it earlier. That's the reason that she didn't want us to know about it. Because if we knew about it, then the people that she was asking on her Instagram, call the LAPD, do this for me, call them up and call the cops and all that, those people they would not sympathize with her. So she's been just cooking this up and having it under her dirty sheets, because deep down she knows. I mean, I'm as a mother, she has to know that this is messed up. Maybe she doesn't. And then it's like Jamie Bell says, if she's making this up, then the kid is not safe with her. If she's not making it up, and some crazy rock star is chasing Jack around, then the kid is not safe with her. So one way or the other, she's gonna have to come back from Tennessee and face the music. Seriously, literally. All right, bye. Thank you if you made it to the end. I love you. If you didn't made it, I love you too. I don't. I get over it. Okay? Okay, bye. I will just come back with a cord. Have it right here. I'm looking at it. I just don't feel like doing it right this moment because I haven't slept in almost 2 days because of work. So hey, goodbye. Have a good night. Just don't lie. Okay, make good choices. Take care of yourselves. You really deserve it.